State Police Bouldering, PCO Major, recorded line. Where's your emergency?
I want to report a really bad accident, 695 in Cove Road.
Do you know if it's in or outer loop?
I don't know.
Okay, do you know if anyone's injured?
I'm going to guess. It looks pretty bad.
Okay, help is on the way. Is the subject conscious or breathing?
I don't know.
Were you involved at all?
No.
Okay, stay on the line with me, please. R10, report of a traffic crash, Cove Road near 695. Unknown if inner or outer loop, unknown extent of injury.
It was 1920. Crime was on the increase. Automobile use was expanding. Criminals were using this emerging technology to aid their escape and increase their advantage over local police. In the spring of the year, 5 armed men robbed a Montgomery County bank, leaving the wounded bank director to die as they fled the scene in their car. Something had to be done. Later that year, Governor Albert Ritchie proposed a statewide law enforcement agency that would not be bound by county lines. And so, on January 10, 1921, the first members of the Maryland State Police began their training. Upon graduation, they were directed by the governor to serve and protect the people of Maryland. They have faithfully fulfilled that mission ever since.
We follow in a strong tradition and still looked upon as being Maryland's finest. And, the mission, I think, is always been the same. You want to make Maryland a better, safer place for the citizens in the state and those that travel through it.
Patrolling alone throughout the state, the first troopers quickly became known for their dedication, courage, resilience, and their ability to get the job done, however difficult the task. Troopers soon transitioned from riding horses and motorcycles to driving patrol cars. Throughout the years, these vehicles had become iconic symbols of the Maryland State Police, not only for the troopers, but in the eyes of the public as well.
When you pulled up on the scene and you got out and you had your Stetson on and you had that big car and people were like, oh my gosh, the state police are here. You didn't have to really argue with anybody. Once they saw that state trooper on that car, that was it.
Throughout our history, the role of the Maryland State Police has grown and evolved with the times. Specialized units were developed to provide support and meet the changing demands of law enforcement and public safety. Among the many is the Forensic Sciences Division, where scientists work to unlock the secrets of crime scene evidence. The Maryland State Police has been a national leader in impaired driving enforcement, saving lives and keeping our roadways safe. Our Aviation Command is staffed with talented pilots and trooper flight paramedics who have flown more than 150,000 people to life-saving care. And our Computer Crimes Unit is vital to our investigative efforts in the modern age.
We're facing a wave of more of technology-related crime, and that has been one of the hardest things to combat, where you don't have a physical suspect right in front of you, or that may not even be in the same town, county, or state as you, may not even be in the same country.
Westminster G12. Responded to the area of Old Fort Road. It's report of a body found there. Complainant is a man who was walking through the area.
While uniformed troopers are the most recognizable members of the Maryland State Police, there are hundreds of civilians who serve in vital roles behind the scenes in our effort to protect our citizens.
We're the public's first line of contact. So we have to make sure that we get the correct information, we're sending them in the right direction, and that we're not sending them into a situation that's going to harm them.
So we go to many types of scenes. The hardest ones have to be where you have a deceased victim. But thankfully, there's something about where the way our minds work as a unit and as a crime scene technician, it seems almost a little more bearable. There's just so many civilians and there's so many different capacities that we work in, and that's the only way the state police works, is with both the sworn and the civilian working side by side.
Over the years, as the duties of the Maryland State Police have grown, we've also grown socially. We've done it by embracing and developing a culture of diversity to provide opportunities for men and women of all races and to better represent all the citizens of Maryland we serve.
So one day when I was leaving work, I stopped at a local shopping center near where I lived, and I saw coming towards me this elderly black gentleman, and I said, "Good afternoon, sir." And he stopped and he looked at me, and he looked me up and down, like he was inspecting my uniform. And I'm looking like something wrong, and he just reached out and touched my arm and said, "Boy, I don't know you, but I'm so proud of you, because when I was your age, there was no such thing."
I met a Maryland State Trooper, and she told me about what the job details and talked to me about it, and I thought, you know what? This is a professional organization. This is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. And they told you, there's been women that have gone before you, and they made this possible, and they made it happen. And you put a little pressure on yourself because you don't want to be the one to fail, and you know that, yeah, it's male-dominated, but at the same time, they're there to look out for you. And the gentlemen that I went through the academy with, the shift partners that I've had over the years, they pushed you to do better, and they pushed you to get through.
The training and preparation required to become a Maryland State Trooper distinguishes us from many other law enforcement agencies. Successful applicants attend rigorous academic classes and training exercises while living at the academy for 26 weeks. Trooper candidates are expected to maintain a high level of military discipline. Ethics, teamwork, and accountability are the hallmarks of this intensive program that was founded 100 years ago.
It's a live-in academy. And that builds teamwork, camaraderie, and it builds that whole entire foundation of your core. And when they tell you you're Maryland's finest when you come out, you think, yeah, you know what? I am.
I grew up in a household with two Maryland State Troopers, both my mother and father. I was incredibly proud to see them do what they do. It was a no-brainer for me to want to do the same thing. The Maryland State Police is rich in tradition and history. I'm honored to be a part of it.
I'm doing something that's going to make a difference in somebody else's life. So many have come through these halls, these doors, these cars, these roads, but have left an endearing legacy for MSP.
It is, for me, very important to be a part of that history. I think we have done a good job, but we can do certainly more. The Maryland State Police, to me, is not a job. It is a way of life. And those who live it the right way never regret it.